Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. A
Yeah.
properly labeled panel is a luxury. So we'll paint it on. This is my favorite demonstration, is that I've never opened this up. I have no idea what's going on behind this cover. We got a couple generations of paint.
Give that better
I'm
lens.
gonna try to get on this side, I can't see anything.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna try to be as out of the way as I can of viewing.
But you still have a body, and you can't really do anything about that.
Someday I will become pure energy.
That's
Until then.
the sign of a
Jokes here
good
they come.
electrician.
Yeah.
Isn't that the goal?
All right, and this is easy. We got one wire coming in. We got a white and a black. We got no ground. This is simple and straightforward. So usually what I like to do here is, on the old one, I'm just gonna totally unscrew this. Wire free. Wire free. See, we have our little bends in the wire. We also got a little bit of plaster going on in there. I think we're gonna be able to work around it. So what I'm gonna do, the nice thing with a lot of our GFCIs is it has this little, has your screws, but it has this little bracket that you can kind of tuck the wire under and screw it down, so you don't have to have your bend. So I'm just gonna straighten these out. Annie, I think I have a roll of electrical tape on the table. And let's see. These are a little long, so I'm going to trim them down a little bit. And I'm going to screw down. We're not going to be using this crown. Could you also grab me the box that this GFCI was in?
Yep.
Thank you. I'm going to screw down the green wire just to get it out of the way. Thank you. And again, I'm going to send our black wire to our brass screw. Kind of tucks in there. This is one of the only times I like using a flathead screwdriver over a Phillips head, because you can get a little more torque and you can just really crank that down. You really can't over tighten these. We don't want this to come loose and wind up having to call an electrician to figure out why your outlet doesn't work anymore. So we just like to tuck those in. Sometimes it can be a little tricky. Get that in there. Tighten that down. And now, here's a nice little courtesy thing. I'm gonna wrap this with electrical tape. If we can get the tape.
This is the hardest part of the process.
I
right?
know. I just trimmed my fingernails last night too, so
It's a brand new roll.
I know.
Do you need a knife?
Oh, I think I got it. Ooh, thank you, Tom. Okay. So what I like to do then is I just go around the outside of this. I'm just going to cover up those screws. And that's so that an electrician or you ever needs to pull this outlet out of the wall, and because you have 3 more jobs to get to today, you're rushing and not turning off the breaker before you unscrew this. you don't have some exposed terminals that you can shock yourself on when you pull this on the wall.
So you're just wrapping all the way around that.
Yeah. And also because we're in a metal junction box here. So I want to make sure that those screws can't make contact with the sides of that box and arc out. If I was in here's a good term. When we're talking about how many devices, here's a couple terms. Generically, we refer to switches and outlets as devices. We refer to this as a box. We refer to how many devices can fit in the box by how many gangs it is. So this is a single gang box. If I had an outlet and a switch, I'd say it's a 2-gang box, 3-gang, however many gangs you need. The tape is really extra good in multi-gang boxes where you have devices next to each other and you don't want any risk that their terminal screws can make contact and cause an arc. So we're wired up, we're connected to the wire. To get it back in the box, we kind of accordion our wire a little bit. So you just kind of bend it up and down.
Just gonna shove it in.
You just kind of shove it in.
And then you can use that thing as a hammer.
We're gonna hope that our screws, I feel like this plaster is a little bit in the way. I'm just gonna kind
You
of
want a
peel it.
locksmith or something?
I think my finger did the job. We're gonna get that in there. Amy, I don't think we have a cover plate for this.
Yeah, it wasn't there to begin with. A lot of them don't.
Yeah,
Let's see if I
that's
have
all right.
one.
Now, I'm gonna get that in there. This is a pretty snug fit. As we're going in, we kind of want to try to manipulate this a little bit.